Timberline Resources in the news today. Timberline trades as TBR on the Toronto Venture Exchange in Canada, TLRS in the OTCQB in the States. They're commencing some drilling at the Eureka Gold Project in Nevada. We'll run through the details of that program. A little update on the company. I've got Patrick Highsmith, the CEO. Patrick, thanks for taking the time here. Well, getting back at it here, looks like you got some drilling planned. Why don't you run through the details here for investors?
Yeah, good morning, Rob. Good to be with you. Some great news this week. Just letting the market know that we're out there drilling at Eureka. We're doing what we said we were going to do. We went and raised money for one of the biggest programs we've ever had at Eureka. And we've got 2 rigs on site right now, a core drill and an RC drill. Both rigs at the moment are in our new discovery area called the Water Well Zone. And in the news release, we gave a few details. We're going to drill, and we budget pretty carefully, and we got a great VP of exploration, Steve Osterberg, who's managed our budgets just fantastically the last couple of years, under budget each of the last 2 seasons. And we're going to drill at least 5,500 meters, Rob. And we say at least because we always keep a little in the kitty there, but also it'll be contingent on results a little bit. But what's the twist this year, Rob, is more core drilling in proportion to reverse circulation. And the reason for that is, as we detailed in the news release, we hit some high-grade intercepts at the water well zone that are below the water table, not that deep. One of them's 140 meters below surface. One of them's about 300 meters below surface. But nevertheless, when you're drilling in those conditions, groundwater can wash fine-grained material out of an RC sample, whereas a core sample is a more intact piece of rock. Probably get better results, as we've demonstrated in a little bit of work we've done so far. So really, out of that 5,500 meters or 6,000 meters, over 4,000 meters of it's going to be core. And we're using the RC mostly to drill the upper part of the hole, what we call a pre-collar. It's cheaper and faster. Then the core hole goes out the bottom of that, saves money, of course, because RC drilling is cheaper. So that's the main news, is we are in this district in Eureka. We're the dominant claim owner out here. We're on trend in what we call the Eureka Gold Belt from the I-80 gold drilling up at the Ruby Hill Archimedes project, where they are hitting some gangbuster intercepts in Ruby Deeps and other deposits up there around that project. And we're right in the same belt of rocks, just about 4 kilometers south. We have this huge land position, and we're drilling basically in the same rocks, and we're hitting high grade. And we think we're going to keep doing so this summer.
Yeah, so I guess moving on here, Patrick, then I know we've talked about this new gold belt you're on to. I-80's obviously coming up with some fantastic numbers here. So talk about how that's kind of evolved here and how you see that moving forward.
You know, Rob, it's a bit of a geological story. And as we show in the news release, there's this belt of rocks that's they're older rocks, Cambrian and Ordovician rocks. They show up in green on our figure 1 on the news release. That's this corridor of rocks. And they're really the same host rocks that I-80 Gold is drilling, those spectacular intercepts at Ruby Deeps. They are in formations like the Windfall Formation. They're in formations like the Dunderberg Shale, where we have gold at our project at the Water Well Zone. But they're also in some other rocks, the Ordovician age Goodwin and 9 Mile formations, which we really have yet to drill over by our Oswego target at Eureka. So it all sort of fits together. You know, the similar host rocks that are hosting a lot of gold up at I-80, they show up on our ground, and we're finding gold, obviously, in the Dunderberg. Our neighbors, Golden Lake Exploration, just north of us, also hit some nice gold in the Dunderberg Shale. So that is a common thread that's running through the district. And we've got a lot more potential to drill in those rocks. So if you like the more advanced story at I-80 Gold, they're working on building a mine up there. They're drilling out deep underground resources. If you like I-80, you probably should pay some attention to Timberline as well. We're just earlier in the curve doing the exploration stuff, just a little bit south of I-80.
Okay, a lot to pay attention to. We'll keep our eye on the wire. Patrick Highsmith, CEO, Timberline Resources, TBR, Toronto Venture Exchange, TLRS, OTCQB in the States. Again, Patrick, thanks for taking the time. We'll look forward to checking back in when you hit the wire again.
We'll be here.